So Dayz 1.03 has come out on experimental, and I've been just playing around with it and seeing all the new stuff the devs have added. So I've decided to make a quick highlight video of some of the stuff that I thought was really cool. This isn't going to feature like all the tweaks and stuff they've added. They've done a lot of work on this patch. This is going to be primarily just the new stuff that they've added into the game. So the first addition you see is the night vision goggle head strap, which basically allows you to add the night vision goggles to your head and run around and aim while using them. Actually, I couldn't aim down the sights while using them, so I'm not sure if I was doing something wrong, but I could definitely hip fire, so it's definitely an improvement for nighttime. Alternatively, you can use the combat helmet and attach the universal flashlight to the side of it, or the night vision goggles to the front. And you can also use these at the same time. To activate the flashlight, you just click L, and to activate the night vision goggles, you have to hold down the L key. So the main weapon added in this patch was the VSS, and basically it's just a silenced rifle that can shoot in automatic and semi-automatic. The rounds it uses are 9x39 rounds, and there's actually two variants of this. There's the armor-piercing version and the regular version. I did test fire both on zombies, and they did seems to do the same amount of damage, but I'm guessing I'd have to test behind like walls and stuff to see penetration, which I didn't get a chance to do yet. So they've added a PSO1 scope variant called the PSO11, and this is made for the VSS specifically, but the PSO1 also does work on the VSS, so you can use either scope depending on your preferences, and this is just a side-by-side view of both the scopes to see which one you guys would think is better. So the next thing that's been added in is the tracer rounds. These basically look like the exact same as the regular ammunition, but the only difference is that the boxes say tracer on them, and the bullets themselves just have a little discoloration on the tips. And so you'll see some bullets are red and some bullets have green on the tip, and that basically tells you what color the tracer round will be when fired. If you're using tracers, I would suggest not using them too often, or maybe not using them at night at least, because they're super bright, as you can see here. There's no way you'll like not be spotted if you shoot these. And even in the daytime, they're super bright as well, so it can really give your position away if you're not careful. You can also load regular ammunition with tracer rounds, and you can mix them. So, for example, you can put like 5 rounds of regular ammunition and then a tracer at every 6th bullet. In this case right here, I did 1 round of regular ammunition and 1 round of tracer rounds right afterwards. And when I shoot, you're going to see that it actually does like vary. And this is kind of a more strategic way to use straight tracers. See, only 2 shot out of my 4 bullets. So if you can mix them correctly, it might be more beneficial than just spraying like 100 tracer rounds down at someone and giving your position away. So the best change so far in this patch is being able to rotate your inventory items. So if you hover over something, drag it, and then click space at the same time, it'll let you swap the orientation of the item. And this allows for better inventory management and creating space. So they've actually added a new 4-door vehicle to the game. This car drives pretty fast. I don't know how fast it is in comparison to the other vehicles, but it does handle pretty well. Like, I didn't have any issues, and I could like drift around the airfield like for a while. And there was no issues with like flying away or like teleporting around, so it was pretty stable, it seemed. So at 1.03, they introduced bayonets to experimental, and there's a bayonet for the AK, M4, SKS, and MOSIN at the moment. And if you find these, I would suggest taking them because they make fighting zombies so much easier. They give you pretty good reach compared to other weapons. Like, I could poke zombies from a distance and not really get hit Whereas if I used an axe before or something, I would actually take some damage sometimes. If you can't find a bayonet, you can also melee zombies with your primary weapon out by clicking F. The melee seems to be pretty fast, but I would just be concerned about watching your stamina. For me, I ran out of stamina pretty quickly, and I got into some tough situations fighting zombies. So just watch your stamina, and you should be okay. So if you notice, now that some backpacks have 2 slots you can add to them, and basically those slots are for the glow sticks and for using the handheld radio. So basically you can just attach it to your bag and then walk hands-free and use your weapon at the same time. And that's really valuable at night, especially if you're using it, if you don't have like a head torch and you want to use a glow stick, or if you're talking on the radio with like your friends. So if you're ever on a hiking trail and you don't know where you are, you can actually walk up to these trail maps and find out exactly where your location is on the map. You'll see this little type of round red pin, and that'll just mark your location so you won't get lost and you can keep following the trail. In this case, that showed that I'm at Altar, and right behind me is Altar. So there's a new consumable that's been added in 1.03. It's called Strawberry Jam. I'm not sure how much energy or hydration it gives you, but I'm assuming it's similar with like other fruits that are in the game. So if you get it, try it out. It looks like it tastes really good. Also, by clicking comma, you can actually auto walk now. It doesn't seem that it auto sprints you, but you can at least walk at a decent pace without having to like jam something in your keyboard or make a macro, which is what I've been doing for 5 years. So I think that's a great addition in this new patch. A lot of people had an issue with the old 3-digit combination lock. It wasn't really secure and you could break into it in like half an hour at the most. So they've added a 4-digit lock, which is much more secure, and you should be able to keep your base safe with this. So the last item I'll add is the backup iron sight. I thought this was in the game before, but I guess I might be confused, I'm not sure. Either way, I used it on the M4 and it looks really cool. I'm sure you can use it with other similar type weapons. Overall, the 1.03 update has been fun playing so far in single player. I'm excited to go into multiplayer and try it out, and I hope you guys enjoy playing it.